Hello, and welcome to day 11 of why I am choosing to not participate in recession. I bet you were hoping I could make it at least to 11 ways in 11 days, but I didn't call it 30 for 30 to stop at 10. So here we go with day 11. If you were like me, this economic season has caused you to be underemployed, working for maybe a lesser hourly rate than you were used to or your position and experience should command. And during this time, I am choosing not to manifest pride, grumbling, or complaining, but to perform with excellence in whatever I am doing. Rather than saying, one day I did or I will do something great, whatever your hand finds to do it greatly. Do it in a great manner. Because greatness doesn't just happen one day. It is developed like a muscle. No Olympian just competes without a massive amount of practice. And even if they could compete, they wouldn't do very well. The abilities and skills and disciplines that made them perform with greatness were developed over time and at a great cost. So if greatness is like a muscle and can be built up from use, that means it can also become less from lack of use. This summer, my family and I enjoyed fixing s'mores over an open flame on our deck. No, we don't have a fire pit, and no, I didn't bring out the barbecue or camping stove. I had heard of two dads who were laid off during COVID, and rather than developing a lifestyle of lack and non-productivity, they had an idea and they took action on a business. City bonfires. It is a special can of wax that burns for hours. The flame is not just a single wick, but the flame fills the area, and it really looks like a small bonfire. The wax is food grade and safe for use for making s'mores. No, I am not offering an affiliate link to buy any. But I did wanted to give a shout out to two dads for their ingenuity and diligence during a time when others were sitting around watching TV, waiting for the storm to blow over. And that is my point. During this economic season, if I find myself underemployed or even unemployed, I am not going to slack in my disciplines or efforts, because my faith says I am going to prosper, and my actions need to be in alignment with what I am believing. Proverbs 10:4 says, "He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich." Proverbs 21:5, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty." Ecclesiastes 9:10, "Whatever your hand finds to do it with all might." Proverbs 18:9, "Slack habits and sloppy work are as bad as vandalism." Oof, that one hurts. I hate vandalism. It's such a waste. And Proverbs says that slack hands and sloppy work are a huge waste too. I try to take the same approach to whatever activity I'm participating in. I am not good at one job and a slacker at the next. How you do anything is how you do everything. I had a job once where I was rocking it. It was tippy end of the spear type stuff, and I was getting it done. And I got transferred to another job where my tippy end of the spear skills were not necessary or even appreciated. I allowed myself to relax and get comfortable in this new position that did not demand much of me. When I finally left that job, it took an uncomfortable couple of years to get back to my A game, and my income suffered terribly until I did. During the Great Recession, work for me was desperately slow. During that time, I invested the time and money to get cross-trained into 2 additional certifications within my field. The extra work it brought in helped us significantly. This season, I have made investment into becoming a certified trainer. I am growing my skills in writing and speaking. I am preparing some continuing education courses that my clients would be interested in. I have even increased my volunteer hours. I know others who have taken this opportunity to change careers, learn new skill sets. They've taken some side jobs, become freelancers. Maybe they're offering new services or they've expanded their market reach. John Maxwell calls it mining the diamonds. of your spare moments. I love that analogy. It reminds me of Proverbs 13:23. Much food is in the fallow ground of the poor. Fallow means uncultivated, land that has not been worked to produce a crop. What is the fallow ground in your life? Do you have untapped capacity, talents, or desires? Do you have an idea for a product or service but have never taken the time to do anything about it? Are there skills and education and relationships that can be developed during this time? 1 Kings 11:28. The man Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor, and Solomon, seeing that the young man was industrious, made him the officer over all the labor force. As a business owner, the next time I'm in the market to hire, I think I'm going to ask something to the effect of, what did you do with your time during COVID? Or the recession, or during seasonal slowdowns? Joseph was a slave. Joseph in the Bible there, he was a slave. You can't get any more unemployed or underemployed, than that. And he excelled in his work so much that his boss put him in charge of all of his master's business. Due to no fault of his own, he was then put in prison. You can't get more unemployed than that. But he was faithful, and the jailer put him in charge of the whole prison. Finally, he was presented before the Pharaoh of all Egypt, and he was made the second in command of the country. I am opting out of recession because I am diligent to show myself approved, a workman worthy of hire. I stir up and fan into flames my passions and giftings. I am mining the diamonds of my fallow ground. Today's declaration. I have the wisdom to steward my priorities and resources. I can discern what is most important, and I do that with great expectation. Speaking of investing your time, thank you for investing yours with me today. If these 30 for 30 videos have been an encouragement, please like and subscribe to the channel NXL Strategies. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.